This is the Mohsin Mortgage Program with Sarah Mohsin. Mohsin Mortgage is licensed in several states for residential and commercial purchases and refinancing. Call 800-662-9550. And now, here's your host, Sarah Mohsin.
Great to be back here again, folks. This is the Pittsburgh Weekend Edition, and I'm thrilled to have Brent Lalonde. Hi, Brent. How are you?
Sarah, good. How are you doing today?
Terrific. I'm so excited. You're the spokesperson for the Arnold Sports Festival, and it's coming up fast and furious, right?
Yes, we're just a few weeks away. We will do it all here in Columbus, Ohio, February 28th through March 3rd. So the weekend is fast approaching.
So this is an exciting event in itself. There's about 80 sports and events that are going to be happening.
Yeah, our event has grown over the years. We started in 1989, so we're in our 31st year, and it has grown into the largest multi-sport festival in the world. We will have about 22,000 athletes competing in 80 different sports and events over the weekend. About 16 of those are Olympic-style events. We'll have about a crowd of about 200,000 over 4 days. So it is just a huge, huge celebration of fitness.
It is. It's a wonderful event. I've covered it over the last, I believe it's been 4 years, and there's about 60 nations that come together. Yeah,
we'll have about 80 different nations represented by our athletes this year. A lot of those folks come in for our amateur bodybuilding competition and our amateur strongman competitions. Both of those attract a large international audience. But we have international athletes in almost all of our big events, including pro strongman and weightlifting and powerlifting and most of our strength events.
So this is the 31st Arnold Classic that's going to be held?
Yep, the 31st year. It was created in 1989 by Jim Lorimer and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Those two have started working together back in 1976. Arnold first came to Columbus in 1970 to compete in the Mr. World competition, struck up a friendship with Mr. Lorimer, and then when Arnold retired from bodybuilding in 1976, he came to town. Him and Jim started promoting events together. We actually hosted the Mr. Olympia here in Columbus 6 times between 1976 and 1986. But when we lost the ability to host that event nearly every year, that's when they created the Arnold Classic in 1989, and it's been growing ever since.
Wonderful. It is such a wonderful event for families. Like, there's so many kids that are there, and that's one of the things people think it's not only bodybuilding. There's all these other things that are going on, right? Yeah,
like a lot of events, we kind of suffer from the acorn theory. Everybody connects and relates our event to bodybuilding. But in reality, we'll have about 22,000 athletes competing. Less than 1,000 of those are in the physique sports, pro bodybuilding divisions, NPC competitions, that sort of thing. So we got 21,000 non-bodybuilders competing on the weekend. And of those 22,000, it's really split between boys and girls. The majority of our competitors are youth. We have about 10,000 boys on the weekend and about 10,000 girls and a couple thousand adult athletes spread across different events. But when you say something for the family, it's a lot of cheerleading and gymnastics and baton twirling and martial arts for the kids and fencing and table tennis. So it is really much more than just bodybuilding. And at the end of the day, it really is a sports festival.
It is. I love it. It's one of the must-see. You have to go. And for tickets, where would they go if individuals wanted to purchase tickets to attend?
ArnoldSportsFestival.com is our website where you can find schedules and events, and there's a link to tickets. So go to ArnoldSportsFestival.com, hit the USA tab, and across the top menu there you will see tickets. And we sell a wide variety of tickets. Our most popular is that Daily Expo ticket that is just $20 in advance and $25 at the door, and that gets you into the Arnold the Arnold Fitness Expo, which is our big expo. We have about 1,000 booths and 3 stages, and really the heart and soul of what we do. Also gets you into most every other event that we do, with a few exceptions of the Arnold Classic at night and that sort of thing. And that ticket also gets you into the Arnold Sports World Kids and Teens Expo, which is up at the Ohio Expo Center at the fairgrounds, which is another expo that's really geared towards kids and families.
It's a must-see, and I say it over and over again because it is just amazing, the coming together of not only different countries, different athletes. Are they 22,000 athletes or more this year?
Yeah, about 22,000 athletes we expect this year. And it's such a big event, it's really hard to explain, and it's really hard for somebody to comprehend what all is going on in our city on the weekend until you come out and experience and check it out.
There's some giveaways too, right? When you go in, I mean, they have the different nutrition companies.
Yeah, one of the beauties of the expo is you go into the expo and it's all the leading nutrition companies, clothing companies from the industry, equipment companies, and you walk in there and all the biggest nutrition companies are kind of giving away samples of product, T-shirts, that sort of thing. So you walk in there and there's long lines. They go quick though, so don't get intimidated. But when you walk out of there after a full day inside our expo, you probably have a couple full bags worth of giveaways of all kinds of products that you can try throughout the year.
I love it because there's activity. It's visually just beautiful because there's also artwork that's being done. I saw body painting. So we started the art at the Arnold a couple of years ago, where artists come in, about 50 or 60 come in, and they create art on the weekends. So they're out in the festival painting sports, painting models, and then we actually have a juried competition on Sundays. And all this art was created on our weekend. And then last year we brought in for the first time body painting competition, where on our weekend artists are painting the human body and the human form. So that is incredible to see, and it's just we feature those on our main stage on Saturday night with the winners, and so it's much more than just sport. We have a lot of art and some mental fitness. So it's just it's a big mix of different competitions and events, and just we try to provide something for everybody. All we want you to do is come out and get involved. We don't care what that is, or if you're a spectator, athlete, participant, just come on out and take part and stay active all year, and that's what we celebrate. So the Arnold Sports Festival is at the Columbus Convention Center, and it is running is it going to run from February 28th to March 3rd in Columbus?
Yeah, February 28th through March 3rd. We kick off on Thursday with a couple of events. We have some weightlifting competitions going on that day. The Arnold Amateur kicks off on Thursday. We have our meet and greet with IFBB pros on Thursday. But then we really get going on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday where the expo is open and all the sports activities are underway. Up at the Ohio Expo Center, our second location, we have the Kids Expo going on Saturday and Sunday. And then there's about 10 buildings of sports and activities up at the Expo Center as well. We've moved our gymnastics up there, our martial arts, our pro and amateur boxing. We have a new futsal tournament, which is a variation of soccer. Baton touring's up there, gymnastics is up there. So you can go up to the Kids and Teens Expo in the State Fairgrounds and spend a whole day up there as well. So there's so much going on the weekend. It's really hard, I know from personal experience, to see it all because it really can't be done.
Yes, it truly is well worth it, and I keep coming back for more every year. And Brent, your last name is Lalonde. You're the spokesperson. It is
Lalonde, and I'm the communications director for the Arnold Sports Festival. I've been here for about 10 years.
Yes, and you do a fantastic job. I have to ask you, I never asked you this, is this a French background that you have?
It is. No? It's French-Canadian.
French-Canadian, because I'm from Ottawa originally. So.
Lalonde's fairly common up in Canada, especially in the French-speaking areas.
Very good. And it truly, again, if folks want to reach out and just buy tickets, kids under 14 are free, right?
Kids under 14 are free. So we try to make it very accessible and family-friendly as best as we can. So if you're coming out with your kids and they're younger than 14, they all get in free, which is makes it a little more accessible. And just go on to arnoldsportsfestival.com and you'll get all that ticket information and schedules, and you can buy your tickets in advance. We have a special in advance 3 for $50, and those tickets are admission, so you can buy 3 for $50 and use all 3 of those admissions for your family on the same day, and that'll save you even more money. And then at the door on the weekend downtown, it goes up to $25. So if you want to come, save a little money, go online to arnoldsportsfestival.com in advance and get your tickets now.
Terrific. And these are a few things, the new events that are listed: arm lifting, foosball, yes, Wow.
Yes,
High school
foosball, which
weightlifting.
is the traditional bar sport. Arm lifting is a grip-style deadlift. So they're picking up, if you watch that sport, it looks like deadlifting, but the bar is a rectangle shape like a 2x4. So you can't get it's not a circular bar, it's a square bar, so it's really a grip event. We're going to introduce futsal this year, which is a very fastly getting popular indoor soccer variation. We're going to have a high school weightlifting competition for the first time, a trail run, a Viking Dash trail run at one of our state parks north of the city on Sunday. And then we're having a speed cubing tournament for the first time, which is competitive Rubik's Cube.
Wonderful. Oh, I love it. This is like so much fun. I mean, even just walking through as you're hitting the booths, there's just so much to see. And people often don't realize there's a lot of kids that are there.
It is. It's a huge family festival. Like I said, out of our 22,000 athletes, 20,000 of them are kids under the age of 18. So when you have a gymnastics competition with 3,500 kids and a cheerleading competition with 3,000 kids, we have 1,000 fencers compete on the weekend, 1,000 martial artists all under the age of 18 on the weekend. So when you have those big, huge youth events like those, it doesn't take long to get to 20,000 kids on our weekend.
It's terrific. And again, there is a phone number as well for folks to reach out, right, for event tickets?
Sure. You can call us here in the office at 614-431-2600. We are here pretty much every day, 24 hours a day at this time of the year, getting ready for the festival. So give us a call. If we're not here, leave a message, and we will get back with you. And we are happy to walk you through it and get you ready to buy your tickets, because it's such a huge event, and it's kind of complicated if you're unfamiliar with the layout and how to buy your tickets and what gets you into what. So any questions, shoot us a note or give us a call at 614-431-2600.
And you know what I noticed, even at the sports festival, there are a lot of people helping. You know, there are a lot of booths where you can get direction and help on where to go.
Yeah, we have we engage with our Convention and Visitors Bureau, Experience Columbus. They bring a lot of volunteers. We have about 1,500 volunteers on our weekend that are stationed throughout the festival, that are checking tickets and answering questions and manning the information booths and stuff. And those folks really, really make our weekend possible. I'm glad you mentioned that, because we could not do it without those volunteers. And it really helps from an informational and operational standpoint, getting folks to where they need to be.
And the other part of it is inclusion, which is really important to us here as well, because you also have not only just the bodybuilding, fitness, figure, you have pro wheelchair events. So
yes, we do. This year we have, for the last this is our third or fourth year working with Nick Scott and with professional wheelchair bodybuilding. It's proven to be extremely popular. And this year Nick is also going to do a demonstration on our main stage with wheelchair calisthenics.
Wonderful.
So some exercise programs for those in wheelchairs. And then we also, for the last couple of years, have run the world's strongest disabled athletes. We do some adaptive events in our amateur strongman competition as well. So yeah, we try to be as inclusive as we can. We want everybody to have an opportunity to come on our weekend and take part and participate.
Well, Brent, we have about 20 seconds. I am delighted to have you on air, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Sarah, thank you very much for having me. We look forward to seeing you in a few short weeks, and check out ArnoldSportsFestival.com for all your information.
And with that, folks, you can also call us 1-800-662-9550. Stay well, folks.
This has been the Mohsin Mortgage Program with Sarah Mohsin. Mohsin Mortgage is licensed in several states for residential and commercial purchases and refinancing. Call 800-662-9550.